Hello students, I'm here today to help you with a song called Grandfather's Clock. You can see a picture of a grandfather's clock on the screen. Maybe you've seen one at your grandparents' house, or maybe you have one in your own home. I've put together a presentation to help us learn Grandfather's Clock. The first time we go through it, please just follow along, read the words, and see if you can make it all the way to the end. Here we go.
My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a pennyweight more. It was born on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. In watching his pendulum swing to and fro, many hours had he spent while a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and to share both his grief and his joy. For it struck 24 when he entered at the door, with a blooming and beautiful bride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
Well, there you have it, Grandfather's Clock. I'm going to back up our presentation a little bit to right about here, the first refrain. Remember, a refrain is the part of the song that stays the same. Look at our screen and find where it says tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm going to use a speaking voice. I want you to say the tick-tocks. When you hear the wood block, that is when you should be saying tick-tock. Let's see how we do. I'll start. 90 years without slumbering, his life seconds numbering. It stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. And when you hear the gong, you know you have reached the end of the refrain. Let's flip-flop. I'll do the tick-tocks. You speak the 90 years without slumbering and all the other words. When you hear the gong, you'll know we're at the end. Hopefully you match with us. You get to start. I'll count you in. Ready, here you go. Did you make it? Hopefully you did. I'm going to push play on our presentation. See if you can sing with the people singing on the presentation. See if you can make your singing voice match theirs. Here we go.
90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
Hopefully you did well with that. You'll notice that we had two refrains in our song Grandfather's Clock, and you can see the other one happens at the end. They're both the same, so if you can do one correctly, you should be able to do the other as well. There's also parts in our song that change the verses. Here's verse number 1, and if you look, verses tell the story in our song. And verse 1 talks about the grandfather's clock being too large for the shelf, so he put it on the floor. It describes the clock as being taller than the old man, but it didn't weigh very much. You learn that it was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, so the day he was born, they got the clock for him, and he always treasured it, and it was his pride. But it was interesting that it stopped short and never to go again when the old man died. If we move over to verse number 2, we get more of the story. It talks about watching its pendulum. It talks about the many hours he has spent while a boy, looking at the clock and admiring it, and how the clock seemed to share his grief and joy. It talks about striking 24, and when he got married with a beautiful bride, and again it reminds us that when he died, the clock stopped short, never to go again. And then you see it reminds us we're heading to the refrain. Now that you know a little bit about the story and why we're singing about a grandfather's clock, see if you can make it through the song once more today. I'll go from the very beginning. You should definitely have the refrain figured out. And if you can, start to figure out the verse. Here we go.
My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a pennyweight more. It was born on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. In watching his pendulum swing to and fro, many hours had he spent while a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and to share both his grief and his joy. For it struck 24 when he entered at the door, with a blooming and beautiful bride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
Well, there you have it. We've gone twice through the song. Feel free to replay this video as you continue to practice Grandfather's Clock. When we get together in class next time, we'll check and see how we're doing as a group, make sure we're singing the correct notes and pitches, and that our words are figured out as well. We might also add a few different things, like some of the instruments you heard me working with today, including the gong and perhaps our wood block. Until next time, I'll see you later. Nice job with Grandfather's Clock.